Okay, so I know there's some areas that we can work on, but I feel like we're in a good place towards reaching our goal as providing this excellence education for each student and for every program. So I know as a reading teacher, the school has been very committed. Reading has been one of our struggles as far as the reading levels for kids and kids reaching their goal where they should be. And so the school has been committed to providing the resources and the materials that we need. They have been committed to allow for pullouts and extra help and hiring tutors that could provide those extra little benefits that the kids will need, so in order for them to have that excellent education that the school desires for them to have. So they have been willing to go over and beyond so that we can ultimately together as a staff reach our goal. I know that sometimes things are different when they go from subject to subject because reading and science are in two different categories. So how do you feel like the school is going towards, from the science perspective, as a science teacher, how do you feel like we are? Are we reaching our goal? Are we making it? Are we on the way to our goal?
I truly believe at Savannah Lakes we are on our way to our goal. The support system at this school is outstanding. As far as providing us with additional help, us meaning teachers, with additional help from pullouts to actually even paid tutorials. This is the first time I've ever been at a school where they pay us for tutorials for our time of extra, help.
Not to mention that we've been doing after school and Saturday tutorials. So providing many opportunities for every kid to be successful. Okay.
Yes, I agree with that. And making sure.
Just keep going.
Okay. And making sure that.
Ethan Watson to the front office. Ethan Watson to the front office.
Especially making sure that the people that are doing the pullouts are also highly educated in that realm. For example, one of the ladies came to me and asked for materials so that she may study before she actually did a pullout to take a child to do tutorials, and I like that. She didn't just wing it. They provide us with all physical materials that's needed, such as books. In science, we have a lot of materials because we have hands-on. So they provide us with things that aren't typically bought in the educational realm, things that you have to, from bricks to wood at Home Depot to sulfuric acid. If we need it, they give it to us to make sure that we can be successful and have all the materials that we need.
That's awesome. So let's talk about, how does the campus acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate those who implement strategies to support the campus vision? So I know one of the things is that our principal has been doing since we've been on our track to STAR. So STAR is around the corner. STAR is a big thing for fifth graders, especially because of the SSI, the standards that the state has set for us. So one of the things is that the kids have been, for reading, they have been doing reading passages and practices, and then at the end of the week, the classes that has the highest average, the principal comes down and celebrates with them, and he gives them snacks, and he does all of these things. So the kids are doing their part, and he's celebrating with them, so in order, to reach our goal. Teachers, our principal is very adamant about celebrating teachers' success. Whether it's a small success or a large success, he is very adamant about celebrating. We know that we do the weekly bulletin where we have our news for the week, what's going on in our school, all of the news and the things that we need in order to function. And one of the things that a lot of the teachers look forward to is their first page, because the first page is the shout out page.
Shout out.
And so you get to see who's doing all kind of awesome things that we probably wouldn't see because we are in our classroom. But they make it known to celebrate and to recognize those teachers who are doing the awesome things that everyone else doesn't get a chance to see. So they get to get spotlight.
Right.
So what are some things, other ways that you feel like the campus recognizes and celebrates and acknowledges those who are working towards our campus's vision?
One thing that I've never seen in elementary is a pep rally, and we have them. At the end of every 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. They have, they celebrate the children. They're able to be recognized in front of their peers, not just, and parents are allowed to come, where we're celebrating, we're cheering. I like it. You not only recognize class achievement, you recognize individual student achievement, you recognize teacher achievement, and it gets the kids, it's just positive morale. They feel like their hard work isn't in vain and it's recognized. I really like that we have a employee of the month. Again, that's new, where you're able to not only share the recognition of that particular person for all of their great accomplishments, but also to let them into your little personal life, because you're able to put whatever you want in your, we'll call it a bulletin window-ish display.
Kind of like a display. Display cabinet.
Yeah. But you're able to let others in, but only to your, personal comfort level. But I like it that I can recognize them and even think I have something in common with that person. Recognize anything else. Mr. Bagley. He also comes in to make sure that the students are, I like he's just an active principal. He comes in and makes sure that the kids sees him. He's visible.
Okay. All right. Those are some awesome things that we do have going on that are helping us reach our goal and vision of excellent education. Let's start talking about how are these contributions and achievements effectively communicated to the staff, students, and the community. Now, one of the things that we did say to the staff, because there are the shout outs and the different things that are going on throughout the campus are displayed into the weekly bulletin, but also our school has been, since social media is such a big thing right now, and many people communicate via social media. So the school does have a Facebook and a Twitter page, and a lot of the images of things that are going on at the school are taken. Pictures last forever. They're great memory keepers. So pictures are being taken, things of different events, different accomplishments, and then they're sent out via the Facebook and the Twitter page for the school. Also, we do the weekly newsletter that's sent to parents via email. So, and it highlights all of the activities, all of the programs that we have. If it highlights students and their achievements, it highlights teachers as what they achieved with their class, as well as other things, just to keep the parents involved. So is there any other ways that you can feel like that we are effectively communicating to our staff, students, and community?
I really liked to piggyback on you, the tweeting, Twitter. I never had a Twitter account, but what I loved is that it gave the parents an opportunity to have a vision of inside my classroom. Mm-hmm. A lot of times on Facebook, it's things that involve the entire either grade level or the entire school. But this gives me an opportunity to take pictures if we're doing, a cool or fun experiment. But it gives an opportunity for you to see what's happening in my class versus just in the school. The Facebook account, I like that the parents can comment. The parents can comment just as much as the teachers can. So we just have this open communication.
And they can share it so that their own family and friends can see it. Yeah.
Yes, that's really awesome. The weekly emails, because even as a parent in Alvin, I love receiving, because sometimes there are things when I'm in my bubble of science, I'm not just aware of what's going on, and so I like that.
You keep going.
Teachers,
I like that the weekly
instructional meeting will be held in Mr. Gomez's room, 805.
Oh, okay.
Science instructional meeting will be held in Mr. Gomez's room, 805.
I like that the weekly what do you call it? Oh, the weekly post just keeps us informed of all the other things. And they had this really cool thing on our phone. It's, again, something new. I use it for communication with parents, but the school actually uses it with is it open communication, like back and forth?
Yeah, you can respond to it. And,
yes, it's like, is that like open?
Open
we can call it open communication, where I can comment back if I don't understand something that's sent out to everyone. But it allows, first off, quick access, because if who isn't attached to a cell phone nowadays? So I'm able to see exactly what's going on. Anything from the incentives are awesome, because if they have an incentive in the lounge, I'm able to learn about it right then and there, and I don't miss anything. So plenty of ways with technology and communication and all that great, keeping us in the loop.
Okay, that's awesome things that are going on. Now let's talk about, how does the campus use innovative thinking, risk taking, and failures as a learning experience to promote the campus vision? Of course, as educators, we always, we never want to fail, but we always realize that everything that we try out is not always, reach the intended goal, and it's not successful. So I know before in the reading program, we've tried a couple of different things and realized, okay, this isn't working. So let's look at what we did. Let's look at the successes in it, and let's look at what it was lacking. And then we put that together as a team, and we come together and we determine how we are going to make changes in order for us to be able to be successful in our subject. So is there any anything that the campus uses that where they're taking their successes